Yo, welcome. Everybody come in. Welcome to the Boom Boom Room. On this, I don't know where you watching from, but it's raining where we at today. It's been raining like a mug. I'm trying to figure out, do we need to get on this arc or what? Because it's been raining. We got some tornado watch warnings going on. I think we had a tornado last week. Was that last? That was last week, right? The tornado. So, yeah, it's been a lot of crazy weather. Y'all are looking a mess because we can't get out there and do what we need to do. Um, anyway, what is going on in the world today, y'all? Did I say I wasn't to the boom boom? If I did, I'd welcome y'all now. I'm trying to pull up my notes, y'all, because this is a sore topic for a lot of people. I wish I had more people in the gallery to talk about it because I don't want only one point of view because I'm really trying to understand. I was trying to find this lady's name. Um, she does these like segments on. I see her on Instagram all the time. I don't know where she's going from, but she's on Instagram all the time. Like she does uh, Black History facts and good, bad, and ugly. She does all those facts, and she spits some knowledge, y'all. When I'm gonna have to post her on the page so y'all can know what I'm talking about. Dang it, I was looking for her name and I can't find her name. But today's show, it's gonna hit a couple nerves because I know when I see these types of things, it's definitely hit my nerves. Racism or reality, you know. I think when we were younger, when I was younger anyway, I knew it was racism out there, but these things now that we have social media and everything is televised and those type of things, it's just it hits harder because you're seeing it more often. And one thing that I see around me is that some people are becoming desensitized. So like, oh, another shooting, another hanging, and uh. We come desensitized to it. That means we getting used to it. That means we might not change it. We need to. What I'm hoping for is to know what to do to change it. I seen the lady. I couldn't find these two ladies' names. Probably because I waited too late. I thought it was gonna be easier than what it was, and I waited too late to try to find their names. But it was a lady on a talk show host after the Carmelo Anthony verdict. She was like almost in tears. What is her name? I got a picture of her in here. She was in tears, like I don't understand. Like if it was my son, I would have to take it in my own hands, and I understand what she's saying because what do you do? Like we're tired. So is this racism or is this just gonna be our reality, y'all? Or we just gotta put up with it? Like it's been going on so long. Like I don't know. I don't know. So it's very sensitive and it's dear to my heart because with the Trayvon Martin name, what's the little boy name that got killed by the Asian store owner? That comes right on the back of that. And I feel it because when the stuff happened with Trayvon Martin, like I had a son that age. Like, baby, I don't know. I just don't know. Like, you damned if you do, you damned if you don't. So
He was born on the same day that he died.
it's just crazy. It used to we got racism hidden in plain sight, and some of it is more in your face. Some of it's not, but we all see it, and it's like, what do you do? Like, we don't have
His name is Cyrus.
Cyrus,
Cyrus Belton.
Cyrus Belton. Like when the pandemic was when we were in the pandemic, it was more of the shootings and things like that in the cars and for people getting, for black people of color getting killed and getting unfair chances and stuff like that. Is this just going to be our reality? That's what I want to know. And I want to make this clear. This episode is not about telling people what to think. It's about asking, trying to figure out the being part of the solution. Because I know people of color in this country has been trying to figure it out for a while, like trying to find a solution.
Somebody in the comments said it's really starting to become our reality, which is sad.
Yes, I come sensitized to it. You know, it's crazy. Are there experiences in Black Americans described exaggerated, misunderstood, or just simply ignored?
All the above.
I was just about to say, I think it's all of them. We get ignored. Some of them are exaggerated, but a lot of it is just real. And my question to you is, to my audience is, especially if you're a Black American, or you in America and your skin look like mine. You know, some people like when they're Africans or Haitians, like I'm not Black, I'm this and that. But when the police or when America looks at you, you look like us, so you're gonna get treated like us. So this is the thing, we gotta have a collaborative here. What do you do? How do you teach your children and people to get ready for these types of things? What family has had, especially families with little boys, our Black boys might be in danger of just people being scared of them, intimidated by them. So then this is the way they respond, and ultimately get away with responding to us in a different way. And sometimes that ends in unaliving our boys. What's that talk like? You know, I know having that talk with my son was hurtful as hell, but it was absolutely necessary. Why are these types of conversations necessary for our kids, y'all? So, baby, I was almost in tears trying to have that talk with my children. You know, it was one of them situations where, like, if I blinked, you were gonna see it come out my eyes, because why do we have to do that? Why do we have to do that? Like, what about this lady I was referring to on Instagram? She said something so real, like, what do we do? What do we do as Black people? What did we do for this treatment and for this? Like, they love our culture, but don't love us. What do we do? And is there anything we can do to make it right?
I feel like it's too deep now. They ain't gonna own up to it or try to change it because they don't want to be wrong.
And then if we all have friends that are white or Asian or whatever, but your friends like that are they sympathetic to what we have going on? If not, then you definitely need to change your friends, because it's got to be too much. Do you guys think racism increased, or is just being more exposed because of social media and the cameras everywhere now?
It's definitely being more exposed. It definitely ain't never stopped.
I think it was always there, but I think now, since 2020, whatever time they man got in office, it's been more bold, in your face.
Because they feel like they got somebody in power on their side.
Yeah, like the power and dismantling DEI and taking Black history out of schools. Like, why take that out of school if that's part of history and you know it's a part of history? You have to, even with some of these inventions and discoveries, how do you teach about that without teaching Black history? Because a lot of that is Black history. Like, what is the goal? The end goal, if you take it out of there, you don't want us here, you can kill, unalived a lot of people. What is the end goal? Because when when they eliminate us, are you going to eliminate the things that we brought to, or that's not an option? I think before there were like social media and smartphones and stuff, some of the stuff relied on a lot of witness accounts.
Definitely.
And we've seen where witnesses were silenced in certain ways, and so those are different things. Like I was trying to think of that thing. I had it in my head, y'all.
Even now, if you ain't got video proof,
yeah, it's nothing.
You ain't gonna be believed. For real.
They can flip it to the narrative that they want, and it's always gonna be the white man.
Yeah, because the thing with the boy in the store, baby, I just don't know, y'all. That's a hard one because
Running the video that shows him like going out of the camera view though, he was running for his life because
It
they
doesn't
already
even-
had a gun to his back.
it doesn't even matter. Like, you're not supposed to take the law in your own hands. If he stole something, you're supposed to do a report, call the police. And
police.
that's not
You
a
can't kill somebody because they stole
incident, right, that deserves murder.
Just
Murder
or
is
and
just
just because you
favorite.
thought
Unaliving them.
and just because you thought somebody stole something, that's why he got killed.
But he
like,
has a record of doing that. He's been on trial before. When
Oh,
it's
yeah,
over, look it up.
That's why it's so important to shop where you're wanted, because evidently he didn't want these people in our store. You know, a lot of times when they did the boycotts and removed the black dollar, a lot of the people perked up. They're like, wait a minute, I'm a little racist, but I'm a business person first.
right.
So you got to treat it with certain respect, which is fine. Like, but the it's just being so blunt now. I don't understand. And I've been thinking about that comment ever since I heard that lady say that. What do we do? What do we do? And whatever we did, have we been punished enough? That was just my little part. Have we been punished enough already, or I just want to know, do you guys think it's more incidents or more evidence that's going on? Is it more incidents or is it more evidence now that we got these cameras and smartphones and all this technology?
Even with evidence now, it's like the such case we were just talking about, they had all the evidence. He running for his life, and the dude got found not guilty.
And in
Why
2015,
did
he
that
beat a
happen?
woman. He beat a black woman for going into his store and he thought that she stole a bottle of water, 99-cent bottle of water.
So he has prerequisites of doing this type of thing, and it did not matter because, like, when do our kids get the benefit of the doubt?
They find the
And they
worst
might
pictures of
never.
them to put.
When we're guilty until proven innocent, and that hurts so bad to say. Like, it's crazy. It was even, I don't know how true this is, but I always hear this, and I don't know if there's a way to ever look it up. They were saying, like, Dr. King allegedly was getting ready to do less peaceful things, and that's why he was unalived. Or they said because after the shooting on the balcony, he was still alive at the hotel. This is alleged, y'all. I don't know how. These are just stories you hear and you read, and so that type of thing. But they wanted to silence him because they felt like he had too much power over the black community.
Okay, so
Which is the
Dr.
same
Sebi.
thing. The same thing. He had too much power, and
How is
Big
that seen as
Pharma.
violence? Though?
right.
They don't want us to surpass them or have the
Yes.
same knowledge of them.
And take credit of certain things, because I know a lot of inventions that like slaves did, and like the with the Ford man, they said like his invention allegedly, y'all, this is allegedly, his invention for the car was on the back of a black man's idea. Y'all can look it up. I'm bad with names, y'all.
They be trying to take credit for every invention the black person made.
Right. I know this is stuff that I've read, so I can't remember all the names. Forgive me. I forget my kids' names sometimes, y'all, and I name them, so ain't nobody else got a chance in hell. But yeah, so these are the things, like, I just understand what we did. And then where we are now, y'all, what do we do? We got all this evidence. Even the stuff with, like, so I was talking about the black boys. They don't give the black boys the benefit of the doubt. And with like black children, especially black missing girls and stuff like that, it's not televised. Like if it was a white child, child missing. Like, what do you do? What do we do? We have to, like,
That's what, like the show I was watching, Found. She dedicate to people who they don't pay attention to, and mainly it's the black women and.
Yeah, black women come up missing, black girls come up missing, and it's not televised. You might see it on social media, but why does it end there?
Speaking TikTok, okay, y'all know TikTok got bought. Like, America finally got TikTok.
Yeah.
And now everything is filtered out. They tell us that it's other country news, like it's at the bottom of it. They don't want us to believe what they have to say. But in New York, I don't know if y'all noticed or not, but they just found a group of girls from ages 10 to 14, the baby making age, in a tunnel. with 4 adults.
And that was the one they said that they got lost on a field trip or something.
Mm-hmm. Lost with the adults. Come on now. In the tunnel?
Yeah, they said they came out through the restaurant. I watched that news because they came out through the restaurant. The guy was like he heard children playing, and in his outside part.
So
like,
how were they missing if they were with the adults that were supposed to be chaperoning them? I'm so confused.
He said the adults were back at the whatever, and they went and explored the tunnel. That's the story that I see. But it was I don't think it was people of color. I don't know.
I'm not sure. I just know they said it was
But I do
underage
remember
girls
talking about.
and only girls. That's what's throwing me off.
So this is my question. So why do some missing children become national stories while others barely make the local news or stay in the local news?
Like
I know when my
teeth and nails to get a black person on the news.
Like we need to. I don't know what to do, y'all. I don't know what to do. I know it frustrates me. It hurts me. So of course, my mind is seeking a solution. So that's the purpose of me here talking about it. You know what I mean? Because I need some input.
We become news for entertainment, and they become news so they're informed. So people know and people care.
Right? Why don't we get the news coverage when our children are missing or hurting, but we get the gunshot, the violent part? Why is that? Why is that broadcast on the news, but not when we need help? I don't understand. They have the term missing white woman syndrome. Like it gets more coverage. Do you guys remember the episode? I mean, y'all younger, but I know y'all watched. I know y'all watched the episode of Martin when they was like, they were referring to the Public Enemy song, 911 is a joke. I don't know. It's a thing like 911 is a joke. You'll come faster if you're in a white neighborhood versus a black neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
So Martin was referring to that song trying to get the dead plumber out the bathroom. And and they wrote a phone with 911. They was like trying to sound white and was like asking them questions to prove their whiteness, like what's America's favorite pie and America's sweetheart and all this stuff, and they had to answer until to Cole messed it up in the end. Like we joke about stuff like that, but it rings true. You know, all those jokes. Some of those jokes have like little truthisms in there. So is that still true today? Like if you call, I wonder. I have to look that up.
Yeah, because when I call the police, I act white. Like I change my voice. I make sure they know what my name is because it sounds white, and they come. Like I don't.
Courtney can be.
For
That's
real.
Jamaica. So if you think they're coming faster for Becky or Jamaica?
Becky, 100%. Same exact situation.
Do you guys think, like, with our children missing, do you think that affects the recovery efforts?
Yes.
Because it put more eyes on, like, does it help get more information, get more clues, get more, get more eyes on it? Yeah, like,
what do you mean? Sorry.
Do it get more eyes on the problem, basically? Do y'all think that matters? I think it matters because sometimes you see some stuff that you don't even know that you're seeing. Like, oh, I did just see so. So they in Oklahoma, but you're only getting local news from where the child is missing. So all these other people don't know. But when I don't even see a lot of Amber Alerts anymore.
I'm telling you, TikTok and Facebook is the reason that we know about missing black girls and black boys too.
You guys think now that we have social media, does that fill the gap for the media coverage that's missed, like on the regular?
Not every time, because it's not always accurate.
Yeah, it's not. And they'll spam you if you're like, you gotta fact check this. Like, I thought y'all fact checked it.
Yeah, and it's not fair. It's not fair to us at all. Literally.
Okay, so this is the question that I'm gonna have debate on. Is less coverage racism, economics, media bias, or all three?
All three, for sure.
Why do you guys think it's less economical to broadcast some stuff of people of color when they're in distress?
Even the TV, even like the streaming, people don't want to see that.
People don't want to see stuff that makes them sad.
Yeah,
but
they don't want the truth to set in.
And
Yeah,
they
'cause
don't care. They feel attacked. Majority of the audience, let's be real, a lot of Black people don't actually watch the news. They don't care about the news. And that's another thing. If you're not in tune, you don't really know what's going on.
a lot of Black youth, maybe. I know older people watch the news because that's 25. That's what they watch. I know
I'm just
what older
saying,
people that I know.
like,
Let me say that.
the generation that's upcoming now, because that's the mass majority.
They'll get it on the social media.
Yes,
So.
and they don't take it serious. I feel like my generation takes everything as a joke until it happens to them. So I mean, the ignorance is loud. That's all I'm saying.
I think some of it is because they're conditioned to do that. Like a lot of people are pushed out of educational stuff, pushed out of economical stuff. Like that's where the big part of racism is. That's why when I don't. I know it's just my opinion, it ain't law. But racism is when you can affect somebody's economical status, where they live, how they work, and stuff like that. You can say I'm racist towards a white person if I did this or that or another ethnicity, but I don't have the ability to stop their payment, where they live, where their children go to school. So that's just me not liking somebody. I can't do anything. I'm not doing anything to you just by my not liking you on my own mind, because that's not affecting you. But that does affect, people of color when you do that. That's what racism is. My definition of racism, me not liking another person because of their color or their whatever, I'm not affecting them in any way, because they don't even know that I don't like it if I don't like it. Not saying I'm racist, but I'm saying if I was, you wouldn't know it, because there's no way that I can oppress you. I can't oppress you. I don't have that ability to oppress you from anything. So that's the big part of racism. Like, why every child missing matters, but why do some become household names while others just become statistics? Like, we don't hear about them again. We don't hear if they're found. We don't hear, we just, they were lost, put them on the board, put them in the database. But of course, we know, like, the Amber Alert came from a white girl that was missing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's how that came about. So you hear about things like that.
For Black people?
It's supposed to be Amber Alert is supposed to be for any minor child.
Yeah, but didn't they switch it up because they don't do it?
I don't know.
I could have sworn I heard them call it something else.
I mean, let me know. Okay, so police, moving on. Police brutality or policing reality. Why do so many Black families feel they must have to talk about the police encounter? Like when we watch the George Floyd stuff, the Breonna Taylor, the Tyre Nichols,
because that's one of the battles that's faced.
Tamir Rice, Fidel Castile, like those people. Like, why do we have to have that talk with our children? And have you had that talk? What do you say in that talk?
Oh yeah, it's called Ebony Alert.
Oh, so we got an Ebony Alert. Y'all, I'm learning something new every day. So what do you do to activate the Ebony Alert? We're going to have to put that on the page. That's supposed
to be. It's saying Ebony Alert is the name for the public notification system used to help locate Black missing children and young adults. It was specifically designed to address the disparities and lack of media coverage Black missing persons often face compared to their white counterparts.
So y'all need to put that number, or however you connect with them, put the Ebony Alert on y'all.
It's literally life or death if you don't have that conversation with your kids.
It can, and definitely can be life or death. One wrong move, because I've seen some instances, we've seen the stories where they did what the officer said and still lost their lives.
Yeah, and now they don't even care. Like, you can be broadcasting live the interaction, and they will break your phone. Like, they don't have any respect for us, and I feel like it should be vetted differently. If they're meant to protect all of us, that they should be taught to protect all of us, and they need to go through mental training as well. They need to see psychiatrists. Like, it's a lot of things that I don't feel like
the training was. I know back then when they first formed the police stations, it was just to like wrangle slaves and stuff like that. That's the foundation of it. Now, how it was built up and where we are today, they have the ability to do those different trainings, sensitivity, and those things. Now, do they do them? I don't know.
No, I'm saying before they actually give them a badge.
Yeah, they're supposed to go through
training because
they're supposed to go through like a psyche eval even to get hired. Most but I don't know what their psyche valve holds. We're gonna have to look that up, yeah. We're gonna have to do a little research.
Y'all know in Texas that man just hung that little boy. Remember? And then he went to go work at a whole nother sheriff's office in another county. 1 second.
What case was that? See, learn something new every day. Y'all don't get me mad.
That's like when I seen that body cam footage. This white officer pulled over a black man. I don't remember what the reason was, but he was trying to tell him to get out the car, and he like, I can't. I'm paraplegic.
Oh, the deaf guy.
No,
The paraplegic
He
guy.
was saying he was paraplegic. He's like, you're not paraplegic. He like, what kind of paraplegic are you? He's like, it's only one kind of paraplegic. And he proceeded to drag him out the car, like telling him to stand up, and clearly he couldn't.
Like, dude. What happens when? Oh my God!
But he
What
ended up
about
suing
the-
him. He got him some money, but it's still.
But why
not
you gotta
right.
go through that? Because you could have died for that. And even the officer I seen in North Carolina that was punching that lady, and she was
Ooh,
like, "Why am
yeah.
I?" Like,
Whatever happened
he
to that? Did you
swore-
see the end result for that?
I know he got fired and he
Mhm.
got charges. I don't know what's going on now, but he like
He
I
was
don't even know,
beating on her for nothing.
baby. The way he was hitting her, he could have passed out. But I mean, do y'all believe good officers really still exist?
It's very few.
I know some personally that are good officers. You know what I mean? But how do
But are
they?
they really still good officers if they're not saying nothing or not behind?
That's another question. If you see some stuff go on and you let it happen, you're gonna be like the old boy on Tales from the Hood. Remember, he couldn't get himself together. But but how do those good officers interact in that environment with the flawed system?
That's what I'm saying.
How do you do that? That's why I think you need more black officers so they can kind of sway it. But I know a lot of black people, African American people, whatever, kind of shy away from that, like not want to be 12 or whatever. But I mean, we really need y'all in there.
Even then, some of the black police officers be getting killed by the white people and nothing be happening for real.
I've never heard any cases, but I don't mean it'll happen.
Or they
Y'all
just be
think-
targets.
Yeah, that's why we need to come in numbers so like they can have their back. Do you guys think that we need is policing is different in black communities? So we might need organizations again like the NAACP, the Black Panthers, and stuff like that to step up.
Yeah.
Just so we're not spreading false information about the Ebony alerts, it just means that it's immediate. You don't have to wait the 48 hours. That's the only difference.
Right, that's what the
It's
Amber Alert. Amber Alert is immediate too. Amber Alert, you got
It say, I just Googled it. Amber Alert is 48 hours. Ebony Alert is for black youth and black adults, so it's emergency notification, like it's immediate.
Amber Alert didn't used to be for no 48 hours. That was used to be immediate because it was a minor child. Usually with adults, it has to be 48 hours.
Much like
Usually. Have you guys ever feared a traffic stop being stopped by the police? Not because you thought you, even if you knew you weren't doing anything wrong, you ain't had no knowledge. Did you ever fear that?
Yeah, I don't want to be stopped by the police. You never know what's gonna happen.
Do we still? Is that fear still in people's, the forethought of people's mind, being stopped by the police? Like you, especially, oh Lord, Porter County police give me the heebie-jeebies. I don't. So aggressive. We were talking about when do our black children get the benefit of the doubt. Do you know statistics say black children are often perceived as older? They have school discipline disparities and adultification bias. Like people grow them up faster. They don't get the little sweet innocent kid look for too long, especially our boys. So we gotta watch it with these boys. Why are black children, not allowed to be children? Like they have these worries early on, like the Tamir Rice thing.
the Ebony Alert.
That's
He
who created
created
the
it.
Ebony Alert.
Oh shit!
I
I don't know what my hand always makes. Stephen Bradford created the Ebony Alert. Okay, Stephen. Shout out, Stephen. But why are black children not able to be children? Who's beeping? Them ducks? Why are Black children not allowed to be children? Why do we have to put this fear early on with our children? Like they don't get to be sweet, innocent for so long.
We gotta teach them early.
We got to put this heavy thing on them. Do you guys feel like that's necessary, or do you want to try to shield? What do we do? To have this talk with them, or do we shield them? What do we do?
It's a hard choice because you want your kids to be able to be kids, but in this world, you gotta teach them what could happen, what to look out for, what not to do, what you can do. Because if it was up to them, we'd still probably be slaves.
I just with when you were younger, how did you? When your parents had that talk with you, or if they had that talk with you, how did you feel? Did that make you scared of everything? I can remember like watching Rosewood with my kids, right? And that like shook my son, like totally. He was a young guy at the time, but that shook him, and I could tell that he was visibly shaking. Like I think because he was kind of young, but I was trying to find a way to explain to them why we were talking about certain things. So we watched Rosewood, which was maybe 10, 9, 10, somewhere around there. But that was really shaking. Like he didn't talk to white people for like the next week or so, like being scared, being unsure. Like even the people that we were around, they were not like that, but it, made him perk up. And I was shaken by doing that a little bit, but I knew I had a little Black boy. And I don't want the streets or the police or none of the people to get my son. So I had to definitely talk fast. They love us, but not our culture. This is the one I have the most problem with. How do you love us? You see it's in videos, TVs, commercials, radio, in the style, the hairstyles, the clothing.
They hate us because they ain't us.
The mannerisms. You love the culture, but you don't like the entities that brought the culture. How? I don't want to say how is that fair, but how is that? Make it make sense.
And they've made it clear this will never be fair.
Got music, fashion, dance, sports, slang, and our language. We got white people speaking, other cultures speaking Ebonics, which is fine. But I mean, can someone love Black culture and still hold racial bias?
What?
Can someone love Black culture and still hold racial bias?
Yes, because them for a Black girl comments, or I like y'all comments,
or you like, cute for a Black girl,
or like you people. I can kick it with y'all. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's single. I don't know.
You think they try to make like I can kick it with these group of Black people, but not all Black people.
Yeah, and I don't like.
Or I got Black friends. That don't make you.
Yeah,
it's this white lady that I recently met, and she was speaking about. Mind you, I'm a Black woman. She was speaking about some Black kids that she saw, and she was saying they looked suspicious. It was ghetto, and she said that they were walking through an alley. My first question was, how do you know they were on their way home? How do you know that they didn't just take
What made them look suspicious?
Because they were Black kids. That's what I said.
Suspicious.
You got that girl home so quick. Look up.
Do you guys see those those studies they do sometimes? I always watch them on Instagram when they have the young kids and they're watching their parents and things like that. So this is where they're picking that up. But they have a Black baby doll and a white baby doll, and they tell them like, why would you see how they treat each white, but they would treat the white one better because the Black one was this or that. Like they're already being conditioned to treat, they're learning this. They treat the Black baby worse than the white baby. And they take care of the white baby, but like this one, well, because Black is associated with bad and this and that. And these were like little kids. They were like 5, 6, 4, 5, 6, which is crazy.
Insane.
Like, why are we conditioned? But they're not even if you're not specifically teaching them, these kids are watching your actions.
Definitely.
From 3
Especially
to 5.
At that age.
Yeah, they're learning their stuff. They're building their character, who they're going to be. They're sponges. And this is what you guys are showing them. Like, knock it off. Black history is under attack. we hear the debates about the curriculum changes and taking Black history out of the schools. That's why it's more
trying to
important.
make Martin Luther King Day not a holiday no more.
Yeah, trying to take away those
We just got
special
Juneteenth for
holidays.
real.
Trying to. Why is this? This is my thing, you guys. It's got to be some golden information in there, because why are they trying to keep you from it? Just like with voting, they're doing these changes with the redistricting with the voting. If not that important, they wouldn't be trying to do it. So we gotta perk up and see what's going on here and find a solution. That's me. I want to know the solution, y'all, because it. Whew, we gotta pray, but we also gotta put our faith to work.
They gonna hate me for this one, but America is repeating history.
They trying.
Donald Trump gives Hitler.
He undoing everything.
Like he said, that's why I was telling it's so important to vote. And that thing he wrote, the Project 25, all this was in there. A lot of stuff that he said he was gonna do was in that document. He ain't hiding. I can get him that. He ain't hiding nothing.
He loved
He did what he
America with them stimulus checks, and they believed him.
He did. And then the thing with the stimulus, people say they're gonna vote for him because of the stimulus. Congress had to vote for that. He didn't,
it wasn't even his doing.
It wasn't even his doing. He had to get permission to do this. So it was the whole, you know what I mean? We got bamboozled.
And then even with like the natural disasters, I don't know if y'all been seeing the news. Natural in quotation marks though. I don't know if y'all been seeing the news because it's everywhere. It's not just in Indiana. It's everywhere, and it's on today. It's the week of. It's the 12th. Well, let me not say the 12th. The 15th through the 21st. If you look, I was just looking at that today, and I don't know if y'all know.
What you mean?
Let me show you.
No, you said it's today, but what do you mean? Like, did this happen last year again?
Yes.
Okay.
This week last year, since 2022, because I was just looking at that this morning because people was talking about it and I had to make sure it was true. Since 2022, this week has been a week of natural disasters, and I don't know if y'all know this, but floods can be prevented. It's harder to stop them when they've already started, but they have science now to be able to prevent them. Same thing. What do we have storm watches for? So
yeah, it's
that goes
all
into
under attack.
the weather is made up.
Yeah, in a sense, I believe that.
You feel like the Truman Show, like they're doing things to alter the weather.
Yeah, to alter it for sure. Or like I said, instead of preventing it, like it's a conditioning thing. I feel like it's a way to kill us off.
I think, I don't know about like. I remember that they said there was a way for them to help, strengthen the levees in New Orleans when all that stuff happened. And they knew that the certain wards were below sea level and all that stuff. That's when they got flooded a certain way and those type of deals. So that's why the big. Did they have a class action lawsuit for that in New Orleans? I can look it up. Because they was giving that mayor hell. How was he supposed to stop the hurricane? I don't know.
What was the flood called again?
Hurricane Katrina.
Oh yeah, we suffered from Hurricane Katrina in North Carolina. I won't.
So for the Black History Under Attack, who decides what gets taught? I thought that was something for the local, like the state level stuff to do, but it was seems like a countrywide thing that happened. Like all these schools started doing that, and I know it was a lot of that in Florida. So that's why it's important for you to teach your kids at home about Black history. I used to make my kids do Black History Month projects. I don't care if they have one in school. What are you gonna do? You gotta do one for home and present it. Also, they did file some lawsuits. I had just left that 2005. I had just left New Orleans in July.
You have to know your roots, though.
I was there for Essence Fest in 2005.
And then when you were speaking about racism, it's hereditary. Did y'all know that? Pain is hereditary, though. Let me say that.
I think because they wait to teach them the same values that they're having. So you're watching you watched your mom cook a certain way, so you learn that recipe. So they're learning a recipe to stay racist. I see them how they treating people, how they're acting with people. Oh, don't teach your kid this. So, like on the movie The Help, remember she would say I would raise the white babies and they would grow up to treat me bad like their parents. Like I raised them, changed their diapers, hugged them, kissed their boo boos,
fed them and all this stuff, and they got older and treated me like shit, basically.
I'm speaking from the perspective of the maid, though.
Mhm.
Like her kids, they don't understand why they don't like them or they
I
can't
don't.
like them.
I still don't understand why they don't like
No.
black people. Like,
I'm saying the black person not understand. Like I'm saying the pain from that is hereditary.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
definitely, because they watching, because like you know, they watching their parents suffer and go through stuff, so it's gonna trickle down. That's why they try to teach. You try to teach different stuff, but they're gonna watch your actions and how you respond to stuff and see that you hurt. A lot of parents try to hide their pain, but these, more than the kids see it. Like when they going through a divorce, I'm only staying for the kids. Them kids know y'all don't like each other.
Right, they definitely pay attention.
They paying attention. Y'all knock it off. Them
They
kids
gonna
know what's
difference.
going on. And I say that because I've experienced some stuff and I've seen other kids. Like I worked with kids, throughout my career. So I've seen it. They know. You think they don't know, but they know. What do you guys think about the is it fairness or favoritism? We're gonna talk about the DEI. Why do you guys think that was a big thing to take out of the workplace and schools and things like that? Why, if it wasn't a big thing and it didn't seem like it was hurting anyone, why was it a big push to take these things out of school? Like, it's a lot, y'all. So I'm going over these topics quick because I only got a certain amount of time, but whoo, child, it's a lot.
Everybody lights not on. What's DEI?
DEI is diversity in oh my god, equity and inclusion. Shoot, sorry y'all. Diversity, equity, and inclusion that we had in the workplace to make sure that people of color were treated fairly, women were treated fairly. Like it started off as people of color, but
they feel like it's a problem.
I think with women, it was a thing with women too, because it's hard for women to get in the workplace and get treated fairly as well. So if you a black woman, child, put on your prayer hat in that prayer closet, baby. Why some organizations support DEI, some not? Like I was very they Target was one that was with that, and everybody loved Target to shop there, and I still haven't.
They like to have that control. They don't want no problem to come with what they really feel.
Do you guys think them taking away DEI is a way to keep, excuse me for about to say, the color folks in line? Like you don't have this protection anymore, so you better tread lightly in this workplace, because now
it's definitely a tactic.
I don't know.
I also feel like it's not just. I know he's talking about race, but I think with the DEI thing, it's also an age thing too. They do not. I don't feel like we're taken seriously. It doesn't matter how you present yourself, how smart you are, what color you are. Like,
you talking about young people?
Yes.
I don't think a lot of young people don't take themselves seriously. I've seen the way some of y'all come to these interviews in jeans and stuff. I'd be like, oh, well, I wouldn't hire nobody come. Me personally, if you came to my interview and I'm interviewing you had on jeans, it's absolute no for me. I don't want to hear nothing else because you didn't take. For me, this is my opinion. It ain't law, but I think just the way I was raised, it came up. You're supposed to show respect for whatever you're trying to do. Mm-hmm. I know I used to make my kid. They was going to interviews at McDonald's. I'm like, you better go put on some slacks, a dress, something. You don't go in there with no jeans. To show that you were professional and things like that. I know now things are a little more lax with Gen Z, Gen X. What y'all, Gen X?
We're Gen Z. Gen X is
well, Gen X and Gen Z. It's a little more relaxed with y'all, but don't come to my interview with no jeans on.
I agree with that though.
Because I've seen some people come in like with the ripped up jeans. You like, where you going?
Jeans is one thing, but with the slits is
with
crazy,
the slits, baby, and the knees. I look like, what? Who about to hide? I'm like, oh, okay. Yeah, that's good. Do you guys believe that DEI created more opportunities for African American Black people? Because they had
it even in place.
Yeah. Do you think it created more opportunities? Like,
no, because they still don't have to hire you in the first place.
I think a lot of so it was DEI and what was the other one? Affirmative action. Mm-hmm. So if you had a certain percentage of people of color that you hired, that you would get government breaks. And I think when they
seen
took
something
that
like that.
away, they don't got to do it. Like, okay, well, we ain't get no more break. We ain't get no more tax break. We ain't got to do this. You know what I'm saying? So I think it did create some opportunities for people, and then gave them some protections to try to be treated fairly. I mean, you know, in my mind, we never going to be treated fairly.
Black people, Mexicans, anybody other than white people, they the hardest working people though. Literally, in my opinion, they don't have to work as hard. You can be yeah.
What do
They
you
got
guys
that
think?
privilege.
What do you guys think the equal opportunity really looks like? Because I know a lot of people in the Black community is taught that you got to work twice as hard
You do.
to get a fraction of what the others get. You're not even getting the full thing, but you working twice as hard, you twice as educated, but you still get that little chip. You don't get the whole slice of bread. You get that little piece.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely feel like you got to put in twice the work.
You guys think DEI created division like between races?
In no way.
I don't.
America is support. Like America's base is
Division.
yeah. Like that's what we are. I know they say community. No, our Pledge of Allegiance is BS. It is not what we really stand for. Even the national anthem. That's why we got the Negro one. Because it's not the same. We have to stand as a community, and they always say that we come ganged up. We don't have a choice.
Yeah. Why is it when we come we're a gang? When we can't
A team.
That's it, right? A team. It gotta be a gang. Why we gotta be a gang? That just the negative connotations is crazy that they refer to us like on social media, in the regular media. It's crazy. I don't know why they got to put the negative connotation out there, but that's further conditioning other races and things to say it's okay to treat us like that. That's what it is. You know, whether you know it, your subconscious picks up that stuff. You may not, and some people are a little biased and don't even know it. Not even that they're trying to, excuse me, to fight it off and things like that, but they're biased and they don't know it just because it's in their subconscious. I mean, Black and white. But like I said, you know, a lot of our stuff can't oppress anybody. Yeah, I'm trying to work on stop saying Y'all count the in this segment and tell me how many times I said it.
Lord.
We're going to give a prize. What about, have you guys heard of the Willie Lynch letter? Have you guys ever heard like the Willie Lynch syndrome? I taught y'all that. I don't, but so they don't know. They said it's not authentic. I think this is some people trying to cover it up because I believe it because I can see it. I can see it even in today. So the Willie Lynch letter was supposed to be a slave master come and talk to the other slave masters of the South to tell them how to keep their slaves in order by like psychologically conditioning them to do what they need to say. Like they would turn the light skins black against the dark skinned blacks. So that's where the term house ninja, field ninja came from. You had to be of a lighter color, but you know, a lot of times when they were of a lighter color, it was because somebody mixed in with their slaves or whatever. I digress. But so he came and did this letter and told them that he gotta cause division between them, like try to make the lighter skinned blacks think that or light skinned slaves think they're this, so the dark skinned slaves can be envious of them and they won't ever come to collaborate together to try to overtake the slave masters. So they were causing divisions. They were he also taught about how to break the men in front of like the women. So because the women was the weaker of the sexes supposedly. And like rape the women, break the man down in front of his women, his children, so he can feel shame and like he can't protect them and things like that to cause this division. So they caused division between light skin and black skin, light skin and dark skin slaves, and men and women.
We're having that same argument in 2026.
So yeah, that's what I'm saying. So he was telling them how to do these things, and that's why I said it's still carried over. That's why I think they kept saying, well, this, they try to tell you like this was not documented, it's not true. I think it was very much true because we're seeing the effects of it right now. Like, do you guys think we're still? Well, I know you said, but I was gonna ask, do you guys think we still living in that Willie Lynch syndrome today?
Yeah.
Even with women viewing men as weak, black men as
Yeah.
weak, but
And that's why. That's
Their
why they said
sons.
like the welfare system was meant to break the woman down, break the black family, the household family down, like they were to take the women. They were gonna help the women, but only if the black man can't be in the house. You know, like you have those systems. No, he can't be in the house. You gotta, you know, if he's in the house, we're not paying, we're not helping you. So then they had the women trying to push them out to have more help and less, you know, because back then like we weren't getting paid minimum wage and things like that. So it was a big help to try to come with like they did a divide and conquer, so to speak.
we be having that light skin, dark skin.
Yeah, that colorism, light skin, dark skin. What do it matter when when you come out and that birth certificate gonna say black, no matter if you're light black, dark black, you just say black.
No, I mean, I know
I'm
you
just
be
saying.
saying them.
Yeah, no, I say I see that, but I'm saying I don't understand why it matters to people. Like, you know, it's some light skin pretty ones, some light skin others, some dark skin pretty ones, dark skin others. Why do it matter? Like, knock it off. And then that also with the Willie Lynch syndrome, it creates an internal conflict because when you look, have you guys find yourself like looking at somebody of color and locking? They didn't nothing to you, but you locking your doors, you moving away from them.
I ain't gonna lie, I do that to white people because they be doing it to us.
So
like,
somebody white walk past
let
my
me
car.
be in the elevator.
Well,
I click the next
No,
floor.
I mean, like, do you feel like do you do that unconsciously about people
Black
of
people?
color?
No.
Yes, you know I do. If I'm at the corner store and it's some black man walking past the car, I lock the door. But I do that with any like men, of any color. As a woman,
You think it causes
preyed
a
on
conflict? Like, oh, I want to lighten my skin. I doubt myself because of how I look. I don't think my black is beautiful.
I want to be darker. So, I don't know.
What about the crab in the barrel mentality? People of color don't help. They don't really do each one teach one anymore. And I know back when our ancestors, before slavery, that was the culture of a lot of black community. You know, that's how the communities were raised. Each one teach one. You're gonna teach them how to fish. You're gonna teach them how to build. You're gonna teach them how to. Now it's like, do you feel like black people now gatekeep from each other?
Yeah,
because you don't want this person to be over you or know more than you or have more than you.
Mm-hmm.
We got to stop that crab in the barrel mentality because, baby, if I know it, I'm going to tell it. Because I feel like what's for you is for you and what's for me is for me. God set it up that way. I didn't do it. He set it up for me. We can do the same thing, but yours might be different because these people deal with you and then these people deal with me. So what's the crab in the barrel mentality? Like, I can't stop you from getting what's for you.
If we want to see a change, we got to be the change, though.
Yeah, definitely. You got to be the change that you want to see. Who benefits when some of the communities fight each other? Especially our community. Who benefits? Mm-hmm. I think the prison system benefit definitely from the black men and all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
They make money off of it.
They make money off of them. I wish I had the stats. I didn't even think about looking at it for how much they get for these people being in prison, doing that cheap labor. I know I was talking to some people in prison. They did cheap labor, like, oh, I get paid $3 a day or something. I'm like, what? You should have stayed your black ass out here and worked for this minimum wage. It's $3 in there, but I guess it's crazy.
But it'd be a lot to them in there because you couldn't get a lot.
Yeah, you get a lot, but then the prisons get all this money for them being there, that they're state funded, and now I see they're trying to, like in some California prisons, they're doing some stuff where like, what's that movie, Demolition Man? Y'all know I always get movie references. Y'all keep up. The Demolition Man, where they like froze them or whatever, or like chemically induced them, so they won't have to spend as much money and it'll increase their dollars because they're just keeping it like in a coma state, so to speak. Mm. Yeah, y'all. It's crazy. In those arenas, y'all, that's how we become our worst enemy. We don't collaborate enough. We're not unified enough. The crab in the barrel mentality. We don't want to see anybody make it above us. You know, each one teach one. You know, and then if you up there, pull your brother up. Don't let him. I'm not saying let him use you and let them. You do all the walking for them, but give them the blueprint. You don't
It's
got to do
okay
the
to
work.
help.
You don't got to do the work. But give them the blueprint. What's wrong with the blueprint?
Also,
Teach 'em something.
black male inmates. This is just for Indiana. They are approximately making 547 million, while the inmates are making 12 cent to $1.15 per hour.
12 million. That's a lot of money.
No, the prison system is making 547 million.
500. The prison system is making 547 million. What they're making
The inmates,
12. The inmates are making 12 cents to $1.75 a day.
$1.15 per hour,
$1.15.
working roughly 15 hours per week. So that's like $15.
Child, y'all don't get to stay y'all black ass out of jail. Yeah, so we definitely not benefiting from that. It's modern day slavery, in my opinion. Do you guys believe racism is a major problem, or it's just one of these problems that we have? Do you think it's ever gonna go away?
We gotta make some type of secret society or something, because it's not gonna go away.
Yeah,
I'm moving to Mount Bayou, y'all.
Okay.
I'm telling you. I'm getting by me a house out there. That's the fully black community in Mississippi. I'm moving there. It ain't that many people there, but that's all right. We make some shake. We'll make some shake bop. Because eventually I'm gonna, we're gonna have a family compound or something. Because that's why I'm not of this world. I'm just here for a little while. Because this is crazy. For those, what evidence would convince you that America has improved or that racism is getting better? What would we need to see to know that this is getting better or we did something about it? I would need to see, I would say a better government, for real. And I think a better government requires our people that vote for these people to get active. You know what I'm saying? My vote don't count. If it don't count, do it anyway. If you don't think it count, what is it gonna hurt you to vote? Or to get out here and see what's going on? It ain't gonna cost you nothing. If it don't count.
I can't believe it. The statistics show that it changed.
Yeah, it's a list of things they're gonna have to change.
But even like the lady that speaks for us in Congress, they deem her as aggressive.
Yeah,
she speaks for us.
They speak up, you're gonna be aggressive to them.
That's the thing. They naturally see black people as aggressive anyway, especially a woman. If you're saying something and you don't agree with the men, you aggressive. You're ghetto. You know what I'm saying? It's like, knock it off.
And I was speaking about Carolyn, not the other lady I'm talking about.
Crockett.
Yeah, not her. I was talking about Carolyn, the older
one. Are we searching for the truth or just defending our position, y'all? Because it's, some stuff that's going backwards here, y'all. They trying to take us back to Jim Crow era. What are we gonna do? What are we willing to do? Like today, small steps can mean, big progress later.
So many people scared. You trying to defend your people and your life in danger.
Your life in danger, yeah, your family in danger. So it's a lot.
Some people can't afford to lose that.
But you like that, are we gonna lose it anyway? We can't afford to lose it now. I think it's a question, are we gonna lose it now or are we gonna lose it later? I mean, I know some people, like when they finally got Nat Turner and stuff they said they did to him, like to try to scare the other people, like they cut him up and ate him and sold parts of his body and burned him and castrated him and all this stuff. I might have had some of that wrong, but y'all get the picture. Like, yeah, we can't still be there. So I want to ask you, I want to leave y'all with this. Answer this question for me. Racism.
No problem.
And then finish this sentence. The solution starts with what? What we need to start for solution? We don't have to do the big picture right now, but we need steps to figure out what the solution is. I feel like racism is always going to be here. we got to figure out ways to combat it, not tolerate it. Maybe the biggest question isn't whether racism exists. Maybe the bigger question is what are we willing to listen to? Experiences don't match our own. It don't match yours. It don't mean it's not racism hidden in plain sight. Sad, y'all. I just want to know what we did. What we did to deserve this treatment. All right. On a brighter note, y'all. What's going on this weekend? This weekend is Juneteenth. That's why I thought this conversation was very appropriate. Friday, June 19th is Juneteenth. Make sure y'all go out and celebrate y'all culture. Y'all, it's a federal holiday now. We really need to show up in numbers for these types of events and keep your head on the swivel, but we need to celebrate these types of events and make sure that our younger generations are know what it's about, know what's going on, and participating. You got little kids. I know y'all might be busy or tired after work on Friday, but take them kids to them Juneteenth activities so they can understand and be a part of it. And when they get older, they don't have to face these harsh realities alone. Because guess what? They learned some stuff during the Juneteenth celebrations when they were younger. So Juneteenth, I know, is happening here in Washington Park on Friday. Friday is also the Battle of the Sexes karaoke at R&T's. Saturday is, what's Saturday? What's going on Saturday? Something was going on Saturday. Oh, our set night for Total Threat. 1703 Franklin Street, Michigan City. What else? Sunday is Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers that get up and do it. Even though that kid's bad in school, you still love them anyway. No, I'm just kidding. Happy